Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. So our harvest is finished. Whoa, as you'll see here. I got all the barley done. I got all the soybeans done. We got, from the soybeans, we got one full trailer plus about another 6,000 or so liters. And what I'm doing here is I'm doing a contract just because the harvest took a while and I only had one worker going the whole time, or one tractor being used. So I thought I could take advantage of the second one to use some money. So I've done about half of this field myself and the rest with a worker. Right now I'm using a worker because I'm almost out of seed, but I'm almost finished. So I'm using the worker with this option, helper refill seed turned on. There we go. And we're done. And I'm just doing that so I can finish the contract without having to take the time to go back and buy more seed. So I'll turn that back off. We will complete the contract. That gives me $9,000, which is not a whole lot, but at least it gets me above zero on my cash. Used my own equipment. I did have the case on. I did have the case pulling the tipper with the harvester, and I started this job with the New Holland, but the New Holland struggles a bit with this seeder. It's a little bit too big, and it wasn't quite able to get up to full speed. So I brought the case over and took over the job about a third of the way through so I could finish faster and save me money on worker costs. So, still using the Xbox controller. I'm starting to feel more and more comfortable with it. And actually right now I'm not using my head tracking. I'm just using the in-game controls for the view, which is not bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is get to selling our crop. Well, look at those brake lights. That's awesome. I have to say they did a fantastic job with the lighting. Really, really top notch. I'm impressed. It's so much better than the previous versions of the game. Whoa. Okay. So I'm just gonna park this next to the power washer so we can clean it. And then I'm gonna go pick up the tipper with the case, and we'll go and see how much money we can get for our harvest. I got the time set to 1x. We started this job a little bit late in the day, and I didn't want it to get dark before we finished up everything. So right now the light is quite lovely. Late afternoon. It's almost 6 p.m. in the game. Get this out of the way, and then we'll come back and clean all this stuff up after we cash out. The harvester is nearly out of fuel, so I'm gonna go to the fuel station before I return it to the farm. Get it filled up again. All right, so let's go fill this up, and then we'll check the prices and see what's a good place to take soybeans. Now, unfortunately, I think all that's going to be left after I fill this thing is going to be about 5,000 or 6,000, which is almost not worth making another trip. But let's see. All right, so let's look at prices. Soybeans. We can get $17.81 at the grain mill. And the grain mill is actually not too far. It's over there, just one field over from where we were. Okay, so that's where we shall take it. Yeah, and I can I can definitely feel the weight on this trailer. That's another thing that I think they've done a really good job with, is the physics. I think it's improved quite a bit. In FS17 and in the previous versions, you could really never feel any of the machines working very hard. You know, like if you had a really underpowered machine, it would go slowly, but that was about it. But like with this version of the game, well, I mean, you can definitely feel the difference between an empty tipper and a full tipper. And even with this tractor with 225 horsepower, I'm having trouble getting this thing up to speed. And I'm sure we'll see when we go uphill here, it's probably going to slow down quite a bit. Okay, maybe not so much, but anyway, it's good. The acceleration feels right, more so than it did previously. All right. Let's keep our fingers crossed for big money. We want to start doing some livestock, and it's not going to be cheap. $55. That's pretty nice. I think that's more than we got with the canola, isn't it? I don't recall exactly what we got for the canola, but I think it wasn't quite that good. Of course, I don't remember. I don't think we had a full load of canola either. All right, so if we can get a similar price after selling all that, then I think it'd be worth coming back here, even if it's only another 5,000 or 6,000. It'll probably get us, 10 grand or so, which we need. All right, so in the last episode, I was talking about doing horses. And then after the episode, I thought, maybe I got this community tab on my channel now. Maybe I should send a message to my subscribers and see what they want me to do. So I put up a poll. It's been up for, I don't know, maybe 4 hours now, 4 or 5 hours. And so far, about half of the people want to see me do cows. And then it's about a quarter for horses and about another quarter for sheep. I didn't offer pigs or chickens as an option. So right now, it looks like we'll probably do cows instead of horses. Ooh. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, the price hasn't changed. I was looking at sunflower. It's still $17.81. Awesome. Yeah, so let's go sell this. So $17.81 for 5,000 liters. That'll get us like another 8,000 or 9,000. And then we have our barley to sell as well. All right, so I like doing cows. Definitely not opposed to that. The only problem with cows is that's the most expensive option to get going. So I was doing some calculations. We would need a pen. All right, the small cow pen is $100,000. We would need a mower, which we could get for 17. We need a tedder to make hay. That's 11, and this is all pretty much the smallest stuff you can get. We would need a windrower for about 22. Possibly we could do without that, but it would mean spending a long time in the field picking things up. So 23 for the windrower, and then if we're going to do bales, we would need a baler. Like, to do it really good with total mixed ration and silage, we could get the baler with the wrapper on it. That's $76,000, and then we could also use it for hay and straw. I would need to get the Ursus wagon for loading the bales, because there's no way I'm doing bales with a trailer and a bale fork, a bale spike. No way. That's just way too time consuming to pick up bales one at a time like that and put them on a trailer. I can't do that. So I would need to get the trailer that picks them up off the field. So for round bales, we're looking at $39,000. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. And then we need a trailer. The trailer for the milk and water is $25,000. And then if we're going to do total mixed ration, we need a mixing wagon, $53,000. Okay. And we still haven't bought any cows. But just all the equipment there adds up to $374,000. And it's going to be a while before I have that kind of money. I would need to do probably another 2 or 3 harvests like this one and max out my loan. So then there's the cheap way to do it, which would be just to feed the cows hay. To do that, we would just need... Well, we would need the pen, of course. We would need something for water and milk. So we would need the $25,000 wagon for that. A mower, a tedder, windrower, and a loading wagon. So by doing that, we wouldn't need to bale anything. We could just drop it directly. Whoops. We could just drop it directly in the pen. So that the cheap option would be $197, which is still probably more than I have. All right, let's see who's got a good price for barley. Looks like Port Northwest is the best. So to get there, we need to go... Yeah, we need to go north on this road and then take the first left. Okay, so as you can see, the both of those options are pretty expensive. Now the cheap option, I might be able to get going if I get a lot for my barley and I max out the loan. I don't know. I think we'd still be short. So then there's another option that I thought of, and that would be not to start off with the cows right away, but work our way up to it. And one thing that we could do is we could just start making silage bales. So we plant grass on field 20. We buy a mower, a rake, and the coon. I think it's a coon baler that also wraps the bales. And we could do that for about $132,000. Oh, we would still need the Ursus trailer as well. I think I included that in my calculations. No, I didn't. Yeah, so it'd be more like 150, 160 to get that started, and then we can make silage bales. And then we can also cut grass, so we can do silage and grass. Although if you have silage, you can feed the cows. I think you can feed the cows just silage. And so once we have that stuff, we could slowly add some of the other things that we need. Or just wait until we have enough money to buy all the rest at once, along with the cow pen. And once we have the ability to make the silage bales, we can sell those, and we can be making money right away, and probably more money than we'd be able to make by producing crop on field 20. All right, so all that being said, that's kind of the option that I think is the best one. Because then it's not just, we're not just sinking money, a lot of money into this cow operation, and I don't even know how much money we would make from, if we bought 20 cows. The cows are $2,500 a piece, I think. So if I bought 20 cows, that's $50,000. And I don't know how much milk they're going to make every day. But it's not going to be a lot. Maybe 10,000 a day. Okay, 18,000 on the barley. That is a little underwhelming. Not bad though. We'll sell the rest of it, and I think that should get us up over 100,000. Which is still not enough to get into silage bales. At least not the way that I want to do it. The mower. So for the mower, I'm just thinking about the single, I think it's a Pottinger, the front mower. And I would get that one rather than the disc bine, so that we can add the rear, the double rear mower later on. What about leasing? I think to lease the baler is going to cost a few $1,000s. I've done that in another game. In another save, I mean. So, what to do? I think the smart thing is probably to keep doing what I'm doing and make more money first. Maybe pay down the loan a little bit. But we've been at this for a while now, so I'm kind of anxious to do something a little bit different. Yeah, and then we still have the question of what to do with all this straw. You know, that's the other thing, is that if we buy a baler, we can bale up the straw. And we can make some money selling straw bales as well. Yeah, so maybe we just buy the baler, the wagon, and the mower. Let's take a look. All right. So, yeah, this is the mower I'm talking about, the NovaCat 301 ED. That's only 3.1 meters wide. The disc spine is nice because it leaves it in a row, and it's 4 meters wide. But this one goes on the front, so it's very easy to use, and you can actually mow with the baler trailing behind you. I think. Let's see what the width of the baler is. We might still need a rake. This is the baler I'm talking about. It doesn't say what the width of the pickup is. Right, so that's 17,000 plus 19,000, which is 86, 95, I think. And then this thing, which is another 39. So it'd be 95 plus 39, 134,000. No, 132. Yeah, I calculated it before. So that would be the cheap option to get started. But that gives us the ability not only to make and sell silage bales, but also to sell straw bales. Although I can't see myself doing that a whole lot, because I think these fields are going to make an awful lot of straw bales, and it's going to be a lot of work to make all those bales and sell them. Maybe we should just do sheep or horses. All right, well, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm not going to make any moves today. I'll wait until I hear back from you guys. I'll let the survey run a little longer. Maybe a bunch of horse people will come in and save me. Or maybe we should do chickens. I don't know. No, I'm not doing chickens. That's boring. But if we are going to do cows, I do like the idea of doing silage first. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Let's do silage. We'll get set up for silage bales using that cheap option that I discussed. Later on, when we have some money, we could add a windrower. That'll make it go a little bit faster, or maybe even a lot faster. We could add the rear section to the mower. That'll make it go a lot faster. And from what I understand, silage bales are still a pretty good money maker. I would have to sell them at the barn because you can't sell at the BGA unless you also own the BGA. And if I remember correctly, that's 200 and something thousand. So I won't be able to do that for a while. And I think the barn doesn't pay as well. All right, let's see where we end up here. Yeah, it looks like we'll be able to get up over 100. You know, if I hadn't have sold my tractor by mistake, we might not be in this predicament. And if I hadn't replaced it with another tractor that was twice as expensive, probably wasn't the smartest move. Yeah, let's see what the price for silage is. And straw. That's straw, I think, right? 103 per 1,000, so that means we'll get about 400 something per bale. And then silage is 361. Which one is straw? Crud. I think this one over here is that hay? I don't know. One of them's hay, one of them is straw. Grass isn't worth anything. But I don't know which is which. I'm going to guess that the less expensive one is straw, so probably 85. So yeah, so we're looking about 350, 360 per bale on the straw, and about 1,400 per bale for silage bales. So how many silage bales would I have to sell? I'd have to sell about I'd have to sell about 100 bales to pay for the equipment. That's not going to come too quickly. Yeah, 100 bales will, especially if I'm only doing field 20, that's going to take a long time. Now, if I did 11 and 20, yeah. If I did 11 and 20, it would get me a lot more bales, and it would be a lot more work, especially with just that small mower on the front. It would take quite a while to get that field done. Field 11, I mean. Yeah, I'll give it a little more thought. I'm just trying to think if I'm just going to pass you here on the grass, pal. Sorry for the lack of realism. I'm just trying to think if there's some option with, with leasing or something that might work out better. But for the stuff with grass, the grass grows faster than the crop does, so it's going to see some pretty frequent use. So I don't know if leasing is necessarily going to be a good way to do that. Okay, well, I am going to get all this stuff put away and washed. I'm going to refuel the harvester and get everything repaired and ready for another day tomorrow. I'm going to sleep on this decision a little bit, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.